Hello Taurus, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie and this is your September monthly reading. Today we will be doing a Celtic cross spread with an oracle card for the Tauran collective at the end. Today I have Blazer the Morkie here as my little assistant. He's back helping out, barking when appropriate, so welcoming him. Keeping in mind these are general readings, only take what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture, Taurus. And also in the description below I have links for personal readings. I'm still doing those at the time of this video, and also donations and also connections on social media, which are lots of fun. I have a lot going on there, so check those out. We are celebrating Virgo season, so happy birthday to your fellow earth sign of Virgos. We're in the innocent virgin white energies with the little leaves up here and embodying that beautiful Virgo energy and creativity. Okay, Taurus, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'll do for your season, for your monthlies. That's gonna be interesting. We're gonna get into this though here. So you're starting me off, your current energy, you get the Magician. This is you being very skillful with something. This is you gaining a talent, being resourceful. You have a lot of focused energy going on into something right now. Your challenge here is the Ace of Swords, however. So I don't know if you're seeing clearly how talented and developed you truly are in some category here. There's something about knowledge and wisdom that it's almost like you feel like you're not prepared for something, but you really are. You really are prepared. You're as prepared as you're going to be, but you're not seeing that you are for some reason, Taurus. In your needed focus, you get the Page of Wands. This is about taking initiative. This is about exploration. This is a very eager feeling energy. So there's some thought form blocking you really recognizing your gifts, talents, and abilities here with something that you're very skillful about, that you're very good at already. You're not like realizing that you are though. And so your focus needs to be on taking action toward whatever this is. And I feel like what I've mentioned already, you already know what this is in your life. In your past, as you're looking at this current situation that you're going in, you have the Eight of Cups. And this is actually the lessons that you have previously learned about walking away from things that do not fill you up. And it can also be a card of escaping what you love, distracting yourself, procrastinating from doing what you actually love. And so there are some learnings and some lessons that you're bringing from the past here that you do not want to repeat. We will get clarifiers here. In your future energies, you get the Two of Cups. This is a beautiful partnership, connecting and feeling unified with someone or possibly with an energy within yourself. This could be about balancing the different aspects of yourself within yourself, Taurus, which is really beautiful work to do. In your place of power and embodiment, you get the Ten of Wands. This is about, when I think about the Ten of Wands in a reversed position or in its ill-dignified position, it's more of a burden. But in this position, it's about accomplishment. It's about being responsible, taking up the cloak of responsibility and carrying that forward, not as a burden, but as a beginning. Okay, so there's something there for you. Things might feel heavy at times, but you are the bull and you can move through even the greatest of challenges. The allies and support, you get the Ace of Cups. This is all about love, allowing yourself, and especially allowing yourself to receive love so that your cup may be full. I want you to really practice accepting compliments, accepting gifts from people, okay? From the smallest, your hair looks pretty today, to here's $1,000 to do what you need to do with that. Really want you to work on receiving with style and grace and curtsy if you want to curtsy, bow if you want to bow, but really in that beautiful, dignified way of receiving and feeling very grateful and having that gratitude and knowing that you will be able to repay that generosity. That is in your support right now. Things externally to you in your environment that may be impacting you, you get the Fool. You could be dealing with someone quite immature, or you're just dealing with the changing phases of a child, perhaps, or a young person who's just quite, they just don't know the ways of the world quite yet. This could be affecting you right now, or something that you're putting your energy into. And I think if you just look to the way that you're learning things, and then you take it down to the building blocks of what you've learned, and then just give this person one block at a time, I think that will help. You could also be dealing with someone who doesn't quite see consciously, maybe their level of consciousness is not quite as developed as yours, and so they just don't see things the same way. They need to have the building blocks. I keep getting building blocks. They need to be able to put it together like a little puzzle, and when they put the puzzle together on their own, they figure it out. So if you can gift them little building blocks, that will be helping them. In your hopes and fears, you get the Queen of Pentacles. I think you both love the aspect of you that is very caregiving, that is very practical, but you also fear this because at times maybe the scales haven't been balanced quite well enough for you, and people have taken advantage of that, or you've allowed people to walk over you, all over you maybe. And so there's this fear that if you really put your skills out there into the world, if you really take initiative on them, that somebody's going to take advantage of you. That's your fear. But it's also your hope that you will be taken care of. You will be provided for. The universe is going to come in for you. That is the other aspect of this, that the universe will respond. And it may respond through a person, a place, a situation, a grant, an opportunity, a scholarship, something like that. In your potential outcome, you get the Seven of Swords. And this is a very cunning energy here. So I'm also getting the fox as a totem. This card has raccoons on it, but I'm also getting fox energy. So it feels like a lot of sneaking around. And I don't know why. We're going to have to clarify on that, because that could go one of two ways. That could go that way if your fear gets the best of you, where you're going to keep hiding in the shadows. You're only coming out at night, under, some sort of filter of nighttime, possibly, Taurus. But it can also, when we flip that energy, that's when we come forward with more courage. When we have courage and we have conviction. Okay? All right, let's look at this Magician. Here you are, the master of a skill, a talent, and ability, way more further along than you believe you are. You got the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. It hasn't really been easy for you to take this step or to gain these skills. It's been kind of a rough journey. And I think sometimes because there's a reality to the fact that it's been a little bit rougher to get to where you are, you sometimes doubt that you have the knowledge and the wisdom to go forward more smoothly. But the Five of Swords also is kind of a card that represents a bit of a hard time before things get easier. So it feels like you're almost there. And the Nine of Pentacles also gives me the sense that you're almost there. Stay on target. Like they say in Star Wars, stay on target. He says, almost there. Stay on target, right? Stay on target, because you have built, despite it being tough in the past, to gain these skills or to gain this wisdom. You have this resourceful nature about you. You know how to utilize resources well. Taurus, I could even call you the master of the pentacles, which is the symbol and the sign of earth, the pentacle, the earth energies. You know how to resource those energies and move them around. This could be just one small little tweak you need to make here. Let's look at the energies that are challenging you, this thought form, this something that you need to break through, because making you feel like you're not prepared. You get the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This is what I'm saying. This is what I felt. You're way more prepared and you're way more masterful than you're actually giving yourself credit for. And we're going to have to vet out in this reading what is blocking you. What are you letting block you? Because here you are in the King of Pentacles. That's you. That's where abundance comes to you. Happiness, fulfillment in your home space, which is important to you, comes into fruition. But you've got some sort of mental block here, and that's challenging that. And we have to get to the point for you, Taurus, where this mental block does not outweigh your greatness. Seriously, your greatness. Your greatness is right here, wanting to come out. Okay, so in your needed focus, let's see if we can vet this out a little bit. You had the Page of Wands. This is about taking initiative. This is about taking action. You've got to take a step. If you do not take the step, we get here the Five of Cups. And this is feeling defeated. This is feeling like you're not moving. This is not seeing the full cups that are right behind you. All you have to do is turn around. Literally, all you have to do is turn around and take the leap with the Fool. This is a different Fool energy than I got in your environment. Although if there is a young person that's in your environment, let's say you're babysitting or they're your child or your nanny or, you know, somehow your teacher, you have children in your life, there's going to be that kid that leaps before they think, right? Now, sometimes it works out for them, sometimes it might not. But in this case, they are to be an inspiration for you. You are being encouraged to go ahead and leap because, listen, you've already looked. You've looked at everything up and down and all around. You're quite resourceful. It's time for you to leap into action here with the Fool. Otherwise, you're going to continue to feel stale, stuck, sad. Okay? Action, Taurus. Start with one. It can be a baby step, but it's got to be a step forward in the direction of your skills, talents, and abilities here that you've gained. Let's look at this Eight of Cups from your past here. The Ace of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. You know, you've gotten really clear here, and I know you're stubborn as hell sometimes, but you've gotten really clear here in the past. You have figured out how you can move forward, and you're giving me the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is more strategic. Yes, the Knight is setting the battlefield out, reading all the players. It's the chess game, right? You've got that energy here. You've already got that. You're bringing that forward from your past. The Knight of Pentacles, however, needs to give his horse a little kick and get moving. It's time to move into action because all the pieces are on, the players are on the board. The pieces are moving, but you're not moving. It's like you're not taking your turn, even though you know the next step to make. But you've learned how you move best, and you do like to have that strategy in place. But what you're showing me is you already know how to do that, and you're bringing it forward from your past. So now let's look at this future card, this partnership, the Two of Cups. Maybe it's in a partnership you need to invest in here. The Knight of Swords. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is still as can be, just observing, maybe the strategist, you know, and we need a strategist. Yes, we need someone who sets all the players on the field so we can see how they'll move. The Knight of Swords moves with a swift and fast and go get 'em kind of attitude. And you've got the King of Swords here, all on this Two of Cups. For some of you, this could be getting a business partnership going, investing in a business partnership. For some of you, it might be love, moving forward toward that love. There might be something in another person that ignites you, that brings you even more clarity, or having that steady force, like you're always the steady one. So having someone else be the steady force for you. Maybe you need to get an accountant. I don't know what phase you're in here, Taurus, but whatever phase you're in, there's a partnership here that you need to help be the steady so you can take the leap. And that's what's coming in. That's what's coming in. I like that. I like that you're moving from the Knight of Pentacles into taking the leap towards someone or something that is going to bring steadiness so it doesn't all fall on your back. The 10 of Wands in your power and your embodiment. This is your ability to carry the heavy burdens and the heavy loads, but also realizing that you don't have to. You get the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. This is, I feel like, even though we have all minor arcana cards here, I feel this is a minor repeating underlying pattern that you have where you accept the burdens because you can carry them, and then you get pissed off that you did that, and it brings you a lot of confusion, and you get all caught up within yourself, and it disempowers you. So this is about really noticing, recognizing, and then committing to carrying your accomplishments, carrying only your weight, not accepting on the challenge and the weight of other people's burdens. They need to go have a little party to the side and figure it out themselves. They need to put it together themselves, because when you overburden yourself, you're going to burn out, you're going to feel alone, you're going to have a loss of vitality, and that has happened multiple times. Your embodiment of an ownership of what empowers you is so important here, and that's where you're going to have to be really careful. I think this is the energy that keeps sneaking up and blocking you. You may even be distracting yourself from your purpose, from putting your skills forward into the world, by going ahead and taking on somebody else's burden because you can. Taurus, bullshit. Don't be doing that. I'm a Taurus moon, so I'm talking to myself too. Okay? I might be being a little hard on you, but I'm talking to myself. Don't be taking on other people's burdens. The only burden you should be taking on is your own accomplishments, your own growth, your own evolution. In the supportive energies, let's get a little breath of fresh air here. You have the Ace of Cups. This is keeping your cup full, filling it up, keeping it full, accepting, receiving offers, receiving gifts, opening up, like, and I mean really receiving, not just like, oh, I'll pay you back next time, or, you know, I'll do something for you because you did something for me. No, let it all come in. You've got the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords here, and the 7 of Swords came up in the potential outcome. This is something that you need to start doing. You need to master, Taurus. And I want you to even possibly go put yourself in situations where you will be around other people, where you can practice receiving. Maybe you need to apply to win a vacation or a massage. Enter like a contest or something. Let's get you something to win, something that comes into you. Go to the coffee shop. Smile at people. Let them say, oh, hi, how are you today? Accept the warmth and the beauty of another smile from another person. Very simple things to bigger things, to larger things, because your cup has to be full. If you keep burdening yourself with other people's energies and aren't a recipient of some of those rewarding energies that actually fill you and make you excited to take action, you remain focused back. It's like you steal your own energy. You literally put yourself in situations where you steal your own energy, and then you get all upset and confused about it, but yet you've done it. You're the one who's done it. Let's look at this Fool energy in your environment. The Tower and the Knight of Cups. This is so cute, okay? Like, for some of you, you must have a child or a young soul around you, and they just about drive you batshit crazy, okay? They are constantly on the move. They are, you know, they just feel like one of those energies that's just like jumping off the mountain. My parachute will open, no problem. Like, I'm going, you know, I'm going, and everything can fall down. It doesn't, I fall down, I get back up again, get knocked down, get back up again. And this is someone that you love, or their energy is something you really admire and love. They have that ability to be kind of weightless. They really don't have the preconceived judgments and notions about how they should act or how they should be. So they might be a bit careless at times, but they're also very carefree. And it's that carefree angle. And I feel like you love this part of this child or person, young soul maybe. You love them for that, even though they drive you nuts. You know, it's some archetype though that is calling to you, some youthful young archetype that says, and maybe it's how you were as a child, and maybe you got shut down. Maybe it's a part of your inner child here, but I feel like it's being mirrored on the external. So there's some youthful young person or energy that is really calling to you to embrace that carefree, free-spirited energy here, Taurus. And that will also, that free spirit will also lead you to taking action. And you know, listen, you may not be young anymore, right? That's okay. You can still have young shoulders on an old soul, and that will help you even more to not burden yourself, right? Because it's about lightening your load here. We need to take things a little lighter. Let's look at the hopes and fears in this Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So the Queen of Pentacles, she can be very nurturing, caregiving. She can take on a lot because she or he can, but doesn't mean she should, right? There needs to be, oh, excuse me. Ooh, these energies are moving. I'm getting a lot of burping going on. Anytime the burping happens, especially if you're going through like a healing process or something, or you're trying to voice something, that's where the work, things are changing, the energies are moving. This is a very good sign that you're looking more to balance in relationships, partnerships, material world, financial aspects. You are very curious. Like you have this innate curiosity to see how you can light things up. Okay? And I find that really interesting. So there is this part of you that wants to let go of the burden so that you can focus on how you can light this world up in a good way. In a good way. And that's what your hope is. You want to light things up in a good way, even if you feel new to it. Okay? Even if you feel like a beginner, it's time to light your fire and let the world see. Let's look at this Seven of Swords and the potential outcome. You get the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. It's interesting, Virgo got the Ace of Wands too. So if you have any Virgo in your chart, you might want to check it out. Or if you have a person in your life who's a Virgo, it might be important to look at that reading as well. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so here you are kind of stealing your own limelight. The Ace of Wands would put the light back on you, like a spotlight. In this case, in Virgo's case, I got more of like a torch, carried the torch. In your case, I get more like put the spotlight on yourself. Put the spotlight on yourself. You've got the Page of Pentacles here because you like to bring in, you're like, well, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me observe. Let me think about things. I'm curious, but the Ace of Wands is an action card, an action backed by passion. Action backed by passion, Taurus. That's your model. That's your mantra. That's your mode. Action backed by passion. That's what I'm going to call this reading. Action backed by passion. Okay? So you can still you're not going to lose yourself. I think some of you are afraid you're going to lose yourself or your Tauran ways that you're grounded in, but you're not. You're actually going to be able to move and still honor your grounded nature here. But yes, every time the universe or your greater being is trying to light you up and give you the nudge, you're like, let me just look at the strategy one more time. Let me do this. Bit of procrastination there. And it's time to let that go and step forward with more courage and conviction. All right, Taurus, we're going to get a card from the Angel Oracle here, Angel Dreams Oracle. Now, my take on angels is a little different than most people. I treat the energy more as like an archetype that can help us, not really an external force. So I know there's a whole study and field of angel work, but in my case, how I'm approaching it is that this is archetypal energy, internal forces that are available to everyone, and you are working with problem solving, resolution. In our world, Taurus, what we experience is the problem, reaction, solution cycle. What you're experiencing personally is actually sharing a skill, a gift, or a talent with the world that actually provides a solution or a resolution for people. And it is time for you to show that. You have thought about it enough. You've looked at the map, you've looked at the playing board, you've looked at the field, you've studied the strategy. It is time now to present how what you can offer others and this world actually provides a solution or a resolution. I even like the word resolution better because it resolves something without getting pulled into the false dynamic of problem, reaction, solution, which they love to try to get everybody with. This is a resolving in a more peaceful, grounded, evolutionary way. Taurus, thank you so much for joining this very powerful reading today. I can't wait to see you next time.